everybody. It's Sports on Mercado Live. When this one goes on to our very own Liz Grant. Yes, she's a year older. Is she a year better? You gamble on that. The National High School Basketball Championship officially opened today. Let's go to Megan Shepard for this one.
26 teams from across the country convening on Grand Bahama to compete for the biggest title in the country when it comes to the sport of basketball. The opening ceremony getting off to a late start, but the athletes taking advantage of the time to have a little bit of fun. The nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Christie, also showing off his moves, but quickly getting down to business. While skills are important to success, he reminded the athletes of the importance of good manners.
The major noticeable quality of Buddy Hield is a young man, manners. A young man who recognizes that his behavior and his conduct will define the way forward for him. And he's being celebrated by the teams. He's now with Sacramento Kings, but the teams that he played for, they all recognize that very strong quality that he has.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Dr. Daniel Johnson, noting that inside the St. George's Gym sat the future of the Bahamas when it comes to sporting greatness.
This is, in this gym today, a snapshot of the future of the Bahamas, but also the future of the Caribbean. This little island has a great story to tell as a sports power. The Bahamas has a greater story to tell as a sports power, and the Caribbean has the greatest story in the world to tell as a sports power.
Along with the Prime Minister on an official tour, the President of Guyana, David Granger. President Granger calling it a pleasure to witness the youth of the Bahamas taking part in this grand sporting tournament.
Students, we are from a unique region, and one of the most impressive characteristics of our region is the young people, the amount of youth, and the fact that here in the Bahamas, I've seen an effort on the part of the government of Prime Minister Christie to ensure that young people are given the best start in life, not only in education, not only in sport, but most particularly in employment.
The tournament will run through the weekend and conclude on Monday. Megan Shepard, ZNS Total Sports.
Now the girls in the Family Island players are on court of the Jack Hayward Gym, so let me tell you, let's go to Kimberly Mullings for an update.
Thursday afternoon ran rather smoothly during day one of the 2017 High School Basketball Nationals. The Lady Rattlers defeated the Lady Saints 35-26. Coach Kevin Johnson found the Lady Rattlers to be a bit jittery during their first game, but pulled through.
They came out and finished the game strong. I think we need to work on some defensive schemes, and we need to focus a little bit more on the offensive end because we missed far too much layups. But other than that, once we do those small things, we give ourselves a chance to continue to win basketball games.
Latavia Braynen netted 16 in the win for the Rattlers and says the team still had some work to do.
We came out a little dry because we wasn't executing on defense, but at the end of the game, we found out that if we play, we'd be in practice, we'd come out successful. Next game, we'll be working on our defense more and passing balls in our offensive position.
Kingsway coach Tamara Butler is proud of his girls despite the loss and noted that they need to work on endurance.
We came out fighting, we just took a break in the second quarter and we had to fight back, and the lead was too much to overcome, so we ended up losing. But overall, they played pretty well. We got tired at the end. We only have 8 players, so it's the girls are kind of fatigued at the end of the second quarter and the third quarter, that's where we started to slip. C.I. Gibson started to pull away.
The Lady Saints struggled with repeat turnovers throughout the game, which player Chyna says was partially due to fatigue.
We had a good first quarter. We started off good. The second quarter, everybody just got tired, so basically everybody gave up, and then we got back up in the third quarter, and it was just rough for us to catch up. The disadvantage we have is like the subs, and we get tired fast. We don't have nobody to come on the court, so it's kind of rough for us.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Total Sports.
They're going to play all through the weekend, so make sure you check out the St. George's and Jack Hayward Gym and support our young hotshots. Look at your sports tonight.